Hey guys, KFARR back again once again. Have you ever been pulled over at a traffic stop and thought to yourself, the best thing to do in this situation is to spout some sovereign citizen bullshit and then claim hate crime? I haven't done that, but the guy in this video has, and it's not going to go well for him. Enjoy the video. Alright, we're back inside, guys. I just wanted to make note of something. That little sound there. That's normally a comment, super chat, on Streamlabs. That's what that sound is. So if you guys can actually be the good little detectives you guys are, if you guys could investigate for me on Twitch, Kick, to see if this guy streams on any of those platforms, or if he was just using Streamlabs or something like that on his phone to make this recording, yeah, can you guys do that for me? But back to the video.
Hey, good evening, Officer Majeski, University Police. The reason I stopped you is when you made it right on red over there. There's two signs that said do not make it right on red.
I didn't see him. But regardless, just letting you know, I have First Amendment immunity from state as well as federal prosecution. I'm also in court in regards to this, and I have escalations constitutional challenge all the way up to the Attorney General. Everything else, you're technically in violation of Penal Code 55.10, 10.00, 135.00, which is unlawful detention, 135.05, 135.60, coercion third degree, 135.065, coercion first degree, 195.00, official misconduct grounds for impeachment, which even the governor can't pardon because, again, I have supreme sovereignty. That's Article 2, Section 2 of the New York State Civil Rights Code.
Okay.
The police power under Article 15, Section 290. Do you want me to continue, or?
No, I don't want you to continue because it's not relevant right now. Right now, I have probable cause to stop you because you violated a vehicle and traffic law.
No, that's Title 18, Section 241, conspiracy. That doesn't make a difference. Yep, and I have supreme sovereignty. Like I said, I'm recording this. All right, so I'm going to carry on because, again, I'm already in court and I already win my court battles, right?
You need to get your driver's license.
No, you don't have that. Again, I'm going to assert this principle. I'm going to assert all the laws because obviously you don't know the law.
Oh, okay.
So you got Title 18, Section 241, conspiracy against rights, which applies to you too.
Okay.
242, deprivation of rights under the color of law, right? So you're acting under color of law, right? 249, hate crimes, all three of which are domestic terrorism, handled by the FBI.
Terrorist?
Yes.
Oh, really? Okay.
Alright guys, you see me that I'm kind of bright. You see the reflection in my glasses. That's a little spoiler for you guys. So he quoted, unlawful detention, coercion, and official misconduct. Let's break this down because apparently this guy's a dum-dum. Illegal detention. No, it's a traffic stop. It's completely legal. 2, coercion. Not applicable in this situation. 3, official misconduct. It's a traffic stop. Again, that's completely legal. I just want to break this down for sovereign citizens and Moors because they get this confused almost every time. And I'm going to break it down from the most innocent to the most extreme. They always say, oh, well, I'm currently in court for this, officer. You can't write me another ticket. Well, in fact, they can because it's a completely different incident. Let's break this down to the simplest, or the most innocent. If you have a speeding ticket in court, and then, let's say, a few days later, an officer catches you speeding again, guess what? They can write you a ticket because it's a completely different incident. Now let's go to the most extreme. If you commit, or alleged to have committed, murder, and you are, for whatever reason, in a certain state or city that allows you to get out on bail for that, if you commit a murder in front of an officer, guess what? They can bring up other charges because it's a completely separate incident. They don't care. If you're in court for murder, you can't be brought up on other murder charges even if you do it in front of cops. That's what they have in their head. Now, again, I said I spoiled it because I showed a little bit on screen here. He claimed, or tried to quote, 18 U.S.C. 241, conspiracy against rights. I'm going to read something around there. If 2 or more persons conspire to injure, oppress, threaten, or intimidate any person, any state, territory, commonwealth, possession, or district in the free exercise or enjoyment of any right or privilege secured to him by the Constitution or laws of the United States, or because of having exercised the same, blah, blah, blah. Either way, no one was conspiring to injure, oppress, threaten, intimidate any person of this state of New York, I believe he said he was in. It's just him trying to get off with not following the law. Deprivation of rights. Well, I'm not going to read that because it's too long. Where's BSBT bot? I'm not going to get him out of the back of my PC right now. Anywho, no one is depriving anyone of any rights. Point blank, the Supreme Court has decided this. Deal with it. And then he tried to claim one that I haven't heard a white sovereign citizen try to use before. USC 249, the Hate Crimes Act. I was going to attempt to read this, and you know what, I'll just read it again, but it's just stupid because nothing that this says has anything to do with a random dude who was born in America who wants to play like he's something else. Offenses involving actual or perceived race, color, religion, or national origin. Whoever, whether or not acting under color of law, willfully causes bodily injury to any person, or through the use of fire, a firearm, a dangerous weapon, or an explosive or incendiary device, attempts to cause bodily injury to any person because of the actual or perceived race, religion, or color, religion, or national origin of any person. And there's all this nonsense. Nothing that this guy has just tried to quote so far in this video has any semblance of applicability to this traffic stop. It's just another sovereign citizen trying to get away or trying to skirt the laws so that he can, again, skirt responsibility. And yeah, not good.
Yep, and I already have, like I said, I have this filed up all the way to the Attorney General.
Okay.
So then you have 1201, kidnapping. I mean, unless you say that,
Right now?
well, right now you're unlawfully detaining me, right?
You're lawfully detained because this is a traffic stop.
No, you don't probable cause. You don't have reasonable articulable suspicion.
Which is violating a traffic control
So when it
device,
comes to 249,
right?
241,
I'm going to need your driver's license.
so again, sir, I am advising you clearly. That way I can put this into the court system and everything
You
else.
can also request their body camera.
I already do that. Trust me, I'm already posting online and everything too.
Cool.
So that said, like I said, because this is going to be recorded and everything,
Okay.
you're violating my religious freedom.
Religious freedom. Huh?
Yes, as a Messianic Jew, aka Orthodox Christian, which predates Catholicism.
Okay.
I'm
I appreciate the
strict-
history lesson, but this isn't relevant to the
Yeah, it is
subject.
relevant because you're violating my rights. My rights are relevant.
So you have the right to drive a car on New York State
I'm-
roads without insurance, without registration.
Well, technically,
without a
this.
driver's license.
Well, actually, I do have a Brady motion to where I'm going to disqualify having to have a
Do you have a
license.
driver's license?
I do have a driver's license,
Okay.
but I'm advising you clearly. That
What
way,
state is it in?
it's New York State.
Oh, okay. All right. Can I
Yep.
have it?
No,
Why not?
because right now I'm informing you clearly of all the laws that you're in violation of.
Clearly that you're on a traffic stop right
So
now.
I'm already informing you that I have supreme sovereignty under. No. I'm supreme sovereign. You're my servant.
No.
Yes. That is how that works.
So you're on a traffic stop.
So
You
you
don't
are
know
my
the law.
servant. You are violating the law, and I am informing you of all the laws that you're in violation of.
Okay.
Because you are my servant, and you will listen.
Another long-winded break in here. So, police do work for society. They work for the community in which they are policing. They do not work for an individual. So this guy's saying, you're my servant. Incorrect. He's the community servant. And more than likely, if we took a poll, the community probably wants you to get arrested. I pay taxes, you guys pay taxes, he's a sovereign citizen. Does he pay taxes? The world may never know. But I would prefer my tax dollar be used efficiently by police officers. And that doesn't involve sitting around a crazy person's car for 40, 50 minutes, an hour and a half, listening to them spout knowingly bullshit legal arguments for why they don't need a license, registration, or proof of insurance to drive. Everybody knows what I did at the police department. I booked people, I ran warrants, I put in runs for officers to go to. I could literally at any time. I did not so much the setup I have now. I think I had 2 monitors to work with and a whole nother computer. I could see where every officer was, what they were doing, what the run code was. Do you know how fucked the system would be? And how inefficient the system would be, and how wasteful the system would be if I had an officer at a traffic stop and all the other districts had to go to that traffic stop for an hour and a half to listen to some Yahoo sovereign citizen preach from his pulpit of stupidity. Like, that would be the most inefficient use of tax dollars. As a taxpayer, I would much rather this guy go, Oh, you have no idea what you're talking about? Cool. Well, you broke the law. You're failing to ID. Let's just get out of the car. That's like a 5-minute conversation. But instead, this Yahoo wants to do whatever this Yahoo's doing. I wasn't going to show his page, but it's relevant. So this is Obadiah, Operation Clean House. 77 subscribers, 33 videos. This is the video we're covering. You see all the videos he has. But he's actually semi-famous in the fact that this video I actually covered, so did everybody else. It's the video where he wants to argue with the police. And yes, he gets pulled out of the car and ragdolled, like God intended, where he threatened to, I'm going to call SWAT. And they have to break it to him. Sir, we actually are SWAT. You should probably get out of the car. And then he got pulled out of the car. It's a good video. He claims to have beaten this in court. If this guy can email me, a copy of the judge saying you do not need a driver's license to drive, I will gladly accept that and change my tune. But seeing as how I know of a Supreme Court decision over 100 years ago that said the state can require you to have a license, and I believe Juan Galt still has a bet going on for a certain amount of dollars if somebody can bring in a law debunking that Supreme Court decision. And so far, in the 5 years I've been doing this, 6 or 7 years watching this community, 10 years overall, like, no one's been able to correct it. So I'm going to call bullshit on this guy's statements.
All right.
Don't interrupt my investigation. You're obstructing justice under 1512.
Okay.
Right? That's obstruction of justice under Title 18, Section 1512.
Okay, great.
Then you have 2381, treason. 2382, misprision of treason. 2383, rebellion or insurrection. 2384, seditious conspiracy.
Okay.
Also, likewise, 485.05, hate crimes, because you're attacking me based on my religious principles. My religious principles...
Well, actually, I stopped you because I'm...
No, any law... That doesn't make a difference, because when it comes to 242 and 241, as well as 249, it says any law. Do you understand English?
Any law?
So any law that violates the rights of people is automatically null and void of law. That's Marbury versus Madison. I'm asserting my rights. Any single law that violates the rights of the people is automatically null and void of law. That's Marbury versus Madison. Maybe you don't understand Supreme Court case law precedents.
No, I guess I didn't go to
So you have to have a compelling state interest for me to violate my rights. That's American jurisprudence on constitutional acts. I have no obligation to obey an unconstitutional act. This is unconstitutional. You have Article 1, Section 1 of the New York State Constitution states quite clearly I can't be deprived of any of my rights. I am asserting my rights, so if you're going to attack me, I'm ultimately, okay, because I've already been pulled out of my vehicle and falsely arrested and everything else, and I would want...
Why would that have happened?
Because they didn't want to listen in the same context that you don't want to listen.
So let me break this down for you guys really quick. What he's saying is any law that I do not like is null and void. Traffic law to this guy, null and void. He can do whatever he wants, whenever he wants, on the roadway. That's what he's saying.
And guess what?
I think you're the one.
No, I'm telling you what my rights are. You're trying to violate the law. And again, that's void ab initio.
Okay.
So anything court order, you can't have a judge sign anything.
24 to 28. Might want to come down.
You can have him come down here. I'm going to give you my license ultimately. You're putting me under duress, and I'll do that.
Okay. Well, then
But at the same time, I'm asserting the very principle.
How about you give me your
No,
license?
I will do that as soon as...
I'm going to give you guys my rendition of what he just did to avoid the officers countering his points. I can't hear you. Scene.
No.
Violation that you admitted to,
Nope.
and you'll be on
Nope,
site.
I didn't.
And that-
How should I know? I'm retarded.
I don't know what this
You're trying to overtalk me.
No,
You're
I'm-
controlling the stop, right? Is that what you're trying to do?
I'm the one that initiated.
So, sir, could you put him under arrest for violating Penal Code 45.05?
You're just prolonging this.
So,
You're making this more
You know
difficult.
what's-
you're making it more difficult because you don't want to listen. I have supreme sovereignty. That's Article 2, Section 2 of the New York State Civil Rights Code. Supreme sovereignty in the people. No authority under any pretense whatsoever can be exercised over the citizens of the state without paraphrasing the last part, consent of the people.
Yes, we're going to go to the screen again. Sovereign citizens have this problem where they like to misquote or misread things and kind of twist it to fit their narrative. He's trying to quote the New York State law of civil rights law, blah, blah, blah. Article 2, Section 2. Let's go to that. Article 2, Section 2, supreme sovereignty in the people. Notice how it says in the people, not in the person. What he's trying to quote is Section 2, supreme sovereignty in the people. No authority can, on any pretense whatsoever, be exercised over the citizens of this state, but such as in or shall be derived from and granted by the people of this state. Notice, it has said twice in this paragraph, people and people. Notice how it doesn't say in there the person. It doesn't say shall be derived and granted by the person of this state. That's where he's getting wrong. He's saying that because he did not grant this, he didn't give authority, that it's not a thing. No, the people have spoken. The people of your state have spoken, and just because you disagree with it doesn't make it wrong. Like, they have such a problem with understanding things. Like, it's so clear. Words have meaning. If those words don't fit your narrative, then your narrative is wrong.
So without my consent, and you don't have any implied consent, you don't have the authority. You're coercing me. That's Penal Code 135.60 and then 135.65 to give up my rights under the pretense that you have the authority. You're in violation of the Fourth Amendment as well, right? I'm not securing my persons and my property.
All right, these sovereign citizens at this point are truly the world's lowest hanging fruit. Like, the things that they're misquoting or just interpreting incorrectly are so easily available in their entirety on the internet. The Fourth Amendment, I believe he said he can be secure in his person's houses, papers, and effects, something along those lines, period. He didn't continue on, because if he did continue on, it would debunk his argument. So, yes, shocker, we're going to go to the Fourth Amendment. From constitution.congress.gov, pretty fucking official if you ask me. The Fourth Amendment. The right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches or seizures. This is a reasonable search and seizure. It's so reasonable, in fact, that the Supreme Court said, yep, that's reasonable. It's not unreasonable. That's now the law of the land as of 100 years ago. Or that can be the law of the land as of 100 years ago. More than 100 years ago. And in 2025, they're still fucking it up. This is a problem I have with sovereign citizens. I forgot if they made it up, but let's go back to Moneyball for a second. Brad Pitt, as Billy Bean, was on the phone making a trade, got the answer to his trade, and then immediately hung up. And Jonah Hill's character was like, you hung up. He goes, always hang up when you get the answer you want. That's what sovereign citizens do. Sovereign citizens will read to the point where they get the answer they want, and then they will immediately stop reading. If he would have read one more part of that sentence, let's see here, 5 words more, he would have read against unreasonable searches and seizures and realized, oh, this is reasonable, my narrative is debunked. But he couldn't be bothered. He couldn't be bothered because he got the answer he wanted and stopped reading.
Article 1, Section 1 of the New York State Constitution states quite clearly I can't be deprived of any of my rights without a jury of my peers, right? Then you have Article 1, Section 3 of the New York State Constitution when it comes to religious freedom that can't be discriminated against. You're discriminating against me.
I just want to point out, if your religion, or you make up a religion, or join a religion and then make up new rules where it says F the Constitution, F the laws of the land, F the state constitution, F the city ordinances, state statutes, whatever, that's not going to fly. That's not how it works. Because at that point you could just say, oh yeah, my religion says murder is just okay. So if I murder someone in front of cops, they can just do nothing. See how dumb that sounds?
Because you're attacking me on my religious principles.
I didn't know who you were.
Well, it doesn't make a difference. I'm telling you right now, and you're trying to make unlawful commands against me. Trying to force me to do things against my will, which is, again, that's unlawful detention. But, well, you're not enforcing law if you're busy breaking the law. You understand that concept? That's,
Are you familiar with New York State?
Are you familiar with the constitutions of the United States of America? Are you familiar? Yeah, but again, you're in violation of a multitude of laws. Again, I'm documenting it. Or do you just want to keep reiterating? Because you're making it more difficult. So I'm giving you a chance to do your job. Right? I'm not going to do, at the moment, I'm not going to get out of the car because I'm filming this. And I'm not done telling you everything I'm going to tell you. All right, so let me finish what I'm saying. I gotta.
Yep, you're gonna need that water.
All right. So then you have Article 15, Section 290 of the Executive Code, written by the legislature, that says it's police power to protect the rights of the people for the public health, safety, welfare, and order. You have no victim. And again, I have a Brady list, Brady motion. I can show you videos if you wanted me to where I'm going to win the court case and I'm going to fire the judge. I'm having him recused for the exact same principle. So you can't hide behind the judge because I can fire them, right? That's David O'Connor out of Village of Corfu, New York, right? Because that's a motion to recuse, because if you put bias on the record, which he did, that's grounds for his fire me.
Oh, okay. I'm going to interpret stupidity into regular people talk here for a second. What he just said was, the judge quoted me the law and I didn't like it. Therefore, I'm going to get him recused and fired and get another judge who is more than likely going to tell him the law again. We've seen this a million times in court. Kim Blandino being a great example. He tried to file complaints against every single judge so that no one could hear his case, so that he could just get let go. So they would have to dismiss the charges. We saw how that worked for him. Oh, that's right. It fucking didn't. Like, it's like these people are perpetually on the internet, but they don't watch any content that destroys their argument. And it's kind of pathetic. It just shows you how dumb they are.
So that, again, that's 195.00, your official misconduct grounds for impeachment. That's you're depriving me of my benefits for your own benefit.
Right.
That applies to the judge
This is your
too.
last chance to give us your license and registration.
So I don't have a registration because, again, it's a rental vehicle.
Okay.
But again, I'm asserting all of
What
the
about the rental
principles.
agreement?
It might be in the glove box. But give me a moment, because, again, if you keep interrupting me, it's only going to prolong it. Because you're putting me under duress, which is...
I'm going to arrest you for obstruction.
You're obstructing justice. That's 195.00, right? You're unlawfully... You're obstructing your own justice.
Okay.
But nevertheless, I'll come out of the vehicle, and I'll give you my license
Okay. All right.
and what have you.
Why don't you stay in the vehicle, give me your license.
You wanted to do a Terry stop, and you want to force me out. I'm giving you my license.
All right, turn around, turn around, face the vehicle, man.
You said
Face the
get
vehicle,
out of
man.
the vehicle.
Hey. Face the vehicle.
I'm giving you my license.
You're not giving anything right now. You're going in cuffs right now. Okay? And there's no cops, you're going on the ground. Full cuffs.
I am not resisting. I'm giving you my license. Dude, seriously.
You should have done this from the start.
I did. I reported.
Move it. Resisting. Stop fighting now.
I'm not fighting.
Resisting.
I am not resisting.
Give us a hand.
Oh my God, seriously. Yeah.
Yeah.
I told you, you're obstructing justice. 195.05 yourself. This is kidnapping right now, which is Title 18, Section 1201. Get the FBI. Call the 911.
Yeah. Okay.
I am not obstructing because I told you directly I was going to take my license.
And that's the video. It was a splendid little video. It ended a great way. There could have been a taser, could have been pepper spray, could have been a window break. But he knew the deal. He knew what he was wrong. He knew what he was doing, so he just got out. I enjoyed it. Sorry for the long-winded comments in this. Normally, sovereign citizens try to quote the same like little things, but he wanted to get state-specific and was specifically wrong. So wrong. I think I showed that in the video where he's wrong. But that's it. Hopefully you guys have a good rest of your day. I don't know when this is coming out. Friday, maybe? Saturday? I don't know. Don't go and harass this guy. Because clearly he's having a go of life at this point. So, yeah, that's it. Like, subscribe, all that jazz. Like and subscribe, or you have to spend the day with Broken System, Broken Trust. Peace.